welcome student. This lesson was recorded for you as a B1, B2 student, and also as a review because this topic of today's lesson has everything to do with our daily speaking. Check. And in today's lesson, we're talking about collocations. Do you remember what collocations are? Collocations are those words that we put together with an amount of frequency, more frequently. To give you an example, we usually say, I make my bed. I don't say I assemble my bed. Though assemble and make sometimes have a similar meaning, we don't hear to native speakers saying I assemble my bed. We listen to them saying I make my bed very often. I make my bed every morning. So collocations are words that we put together with an amount of frequency. And in today's lesson, we're talking specifically about do and make collocations. Get ready. Well, before everything, let's understand a little bit more of their difference. If you remember, whenever you use make, you're talking about things we produce with our hands as well. But also we use make with those words specifically. Make sure, make a difference, make no difference, make sense, make a decision, make a mistake, make money, make judgments, make reservations, and make an effort. Whenever it comes to the verb do we use for general topics, general pronouns such as something, anything, everything, adverbs such as well, much, okay, and also sports and interests, and general activities, as I mentioned in the beginning, like aerobics, do gardening, do business, do research, and do some reading. Is there a secret way for you to remember collocations? Well, no. You have to practice. The most you practice, the more you remember for sure. So try to use collocations with do and make in your everyday life. For you to have a couple of more examples on the collocations do and make, watch the following video and take notes of the collocations you hear. Watch it now.
Do you have trouble making decisions?
Yes and no.
There are lots of common fixed expressions where we use the word do, and lots more where we use the word make. We've put some together here, so watch and see. How many can you spot? Are you ready? Can you do me a favour?
Sure.
Can you ask Japan to send us the latest sales figures?
I'll do it now.
Thank you. Uh-oh. There's something wrong with this vacuum cleaner. It's making a funny noise.
Perhaps you're right, Henry, about my working too hard. I guess I'm a little tired. I better go home and get some rest.
Sure. A night's sleep will do you good. Good night, Doc.
Right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, do you want to try that new Italian restaurant tonight?
Yeah, I don't know. We've got a lot to do.
Oh, Jay, we can make time for that.
Great. I'll call now and make a reservation.
Get back, all of you. Yesterday I shot a man thinking he was you. This time I won't make a mistake.
You've made enough mistakes, Cole. The man you shot yesterday was your father.
Scientists at the University of Horsham are doing research into rainforest plants. They plan to use them to make vaccines.
I think you owe an apology to everybody in this room. And if you're half the gentleman I know you are, I'm sure you'll make it.
Finally, I want to thank every American who took the time to sit down and write a letter, or type an email, or make a phone call, or send a tweet, hoping your voice would make a difference. I promise you, your voice made all the difference. And as long as I have the privilege of being your president, your voice will be heard in the White House.
So how many did you spot? Let's review. Can you do me a favour? It's making a funny noise.
A night's sleep will do you good.
We can make time for that.
Great. I'll call now and make a reservation.
This time I won't make a mistake.
You've made enough mistakes, Cole.
Scientists at the University of Horsham are doing research into rainforest plants.
I think you owe an apology to everybody in this room. And if you're half the gentleman I know you are, I'm sure you'll make it.
Or make a phone call or send a tweet, hoping your voice would make a difference. Your voice made all the difference.
Do you have trouble making decisions?
Yes and no.
Yeah, you have watched the video and now you have a good list of collocations you could use with do and make. So to put that into practice, let's go over here to this exercise. You have a couple of people who need help. They are telling the story to this coach, this person who's helping them. First of all, study these 4 short texts, these 4 short conversations. Take notes of words you might not know. And after that, complete them with the correct verb, either make or do. Like in the first example, sometimes I think I ought to do some volunteer work in a school or in a hospital, but I'm too busy just trying to. Which one should I use? Study the short texts and do the exercise. Complete the gaps. When you finish, come back because you will listen to these conversations to check your answers. Now that you have already completed the short conversations, let's listen to the audio to check if your answers are correct or not. Listen attentively.
Ask the life coach. Do you have a personal problem that you'd rather not discuss with friends or family? Get some confidential advice from our online life coach. Question 1.
Sometimes I think I ought to do some volunteer work in a school or a hospital, but I'm too busy just trying to make a living. I have very little free time, so I think I'd better not add anything to my schedule right now. Am I right?
Don't make excuses. You don't have to spend all your free time doing volunteer work. 3 hours a week is enough. Do some research and find an organization where you feel you can make a difference and do some good for other people.
Question 2.
My boss is a bully. He yells at me if I make a mistake, and he makes fun of me in front of my coworkers. I've tried talking to him, but it doesn't do any good. He won't listen. I guess I'm going to have to do something about this problem. But what?
It doesn't make any sense to ignore this problem, and you'd better do something quickly before it gets worse. Make an appointment with your human resources representative. You might want to take a colleague with you, too.
Question 3.
I'm meeting my girlfriend's parents for the first time next weekend. They've invited me for dinner. I'm going to do my best to make a good impression on them, but I'm really nervous. Any advice?
Make an effort to dress nicely and make sure you take them a small gift, such as flowers or chocolates. Make some nice comments about their home, the food, etc., but don't overdo it. You ought to let them do the talking at first. The most important thing, however, is just to be yourself.
Question 4.
My boss recently offered me a promotion. I've done a lot of thinking about it, but I can't make up my mind if I should take it. Sometimes I think I'd rather stay in my current job. I've got to decide by next week. What should I do?
Make a list of the pros and cons of each job and give each one a score from 1 to 5. 5 equals the best. Then do the math. Add up the points for each list and subtract the con totals from the pro totals. Which job has the highest score? Does that help you make a decision?
Now that you have already checked your answers, I'll just place them here so you be sure of the correct ones. Hope you got all of them right. Do some volunteer work, make a living, make excuses, do some research, make a difference, do some good, make a mistake, make fun of, do some good, do any good, do something, make any sense, make an appointment, do my best, make a good impression, make an effort, make sure, make some nice comments, do the talking, do a lot of thinking, make up your mind, make a list, do the math, and make a decision. And now that you did some practice on that, let's create our own sentences, shall we? It's your job now to make sentences with the expressions inside the wheel. So I'll spin the wheel, and the moment I stop it, you create a sentence with the one that the hand is pointing it to. So decision, should I use do or make? If you said make, you're correct. How good are you at making a decision? Create the question and answer it in order to practice and to have all of these collocations inside your head. If you don't know, it's a good idea to research on the internet, but I am also sending you a great list of collocations with do and make on your online classroom. So don't forget to check that out before you continue the lesson and the exercise. Let's spin it. 3, 2, 1. 30 miles per hour. Your best. Let's do it again. A fortune. Create the question and answer it. Once again. A choice. Create your question and answer it. And don't forget to send me on your online classroom. Business. Create the question and the answer. Your best. Create the question and answer it. Don't forget. The laundry. 2 more. Harm. And the last one now. Three, two, one. A favor. Don't forget to create your question and your answer. Collocations are very useful in your daily life. Don't forget that. Send your responses to me on your online classroom and don't forget to do your exercises as well. See you next class.